Hello guys and welcome to Turbo Racing for some more GT Legends online on the channel today. Or actually tonight we are going to Altbierbude to take part in the penultimate round of their ETCC championship. As you can see, we are at the base park and I'm going to drive a Porsche 911S. We have 30 more minutes left of the qualifying session and then the race will be 62 laps long, which means around 2 hours of race plus 30 more minutes of the qualifying. It's gonna be a big night tonight, guys, and let's hope we can have a great performance tonight and we can actually finish as higher in the standings as possible. I'm not going to lose any more time. 15 minutes from the session are gone, so 30 minutes to try and do our best possible lap time here in the qualifying session, so we can see what position will be our starting position. Big thank you to Mika, by the way, because he uploaded his setup online, and this is the setup that I am going to use. Let's see what we can do. Oops, a little bit late here on braking. Of course, I'm a little bit rusty. I'm gonna need some time to get into rhythm. Also, the tires and the brakes are still cold. However, I did few laps of testing during the previous days, so I kinda know what to expect from the car and from the circuit. We should be good. A little bit understeer here. Thank you. That's gonna be a much better one. Hey, Emil. Oh, good, buddy. Just started the qualifying, and I hope for a good position for the start of the race. Up to P7, nice. Nice, I wish you a luck, buddy. Nice to hear that. I just cannot take this corner correctly. Seems like I've lost a lot of time in the final sector in my best lap so far, so there's more potential. Much better this time, but still not perfect. Ah, come on! I was not looking into the roads. I'm gonna try one more whoop. Touching the curbs too much, and this car doesn't love that. Okay, let's try again. P8 at the moment. Okay, let's see what we can do. Terrible first quarter. Braking too early. Okay, another attempt. Now I have to be very careful touching the curb during the race. It's so easy to lose control. Down to P12, just overtaken a little bit by few cars, so I need to pick up the pace. I can do a little bit better than this. A little bit more consistency is needed. A clean wap and I can go back to maybe top 8. Understeer. Decent final sector. Immediately, half a second faster, I'm gonna win a lot of positions up to P6 maybe. Yeah, P6. And even though it wasn't the best lap at all. Oh, that was a very good whap. Not the perfect one once again, but a decent one. Let's see. Up to P4. I think that's gonna be it from me in this session. I'm just gonna start testing pit entries and starts. But I don't have fuel actually. Let's start another lap and I'm gonna put more fuel into the car. Okay. Now let's see where's pit entry. There it is. Okay, everything seems to be good. P4 at the moment, out of 26 people. Let's see how to start the current in a moment. Actually, in about 5 minutes. Gonna be time for starting the race. I think I'm gonna make a short strategy with a very short first pit stop, short first stint and early first pit stop. Just 6 tenths between P1 and P10. Gonna be a huge battle. Meanwhile, Woldfee just overtaking me. He's going to P3. 59.602. So we are down to P5. Less than 3 minutes, guys. Less than 3 minutes and we are starting the race. If you enjoy the content, don't forget you can always hit the like button and subscribe for more. In my video library you can find more than 1000 videos. A huge amount of them are GT Legends videos from past online events. Okay, I think I'm ready. Just gonna wait a little bit more before it's time for the race. Just he's having some issues, but he's with a lot of success penalty, so I guess the car just cannot go faster. Let's see, is he gonna improve to 01.9 so far? This one seems to be a much better WAP. Oh yeah, a little bit better, and he's going up to 18, 7 positions up in the standings. And any moment we gonna start the race. There we are, guys, there we are. Wish me luck. Let's see what we can do. Damn it, I pressed the wrong button for pit entry and I lost a little bit of momentum. However, there was a contact behind me, so ahead of me, so I will be able to go up to P4 actually. What very, very lucky. And there's top 3 just ahead of me. They seem to be fighting. Maybe this will give me a chance to catch them. No one behind me at the moment as well to put me under pressure. They are definitely losing time fighting and I'm definitely catching them. All 3 of them. However, I'm going to try to be extremely calm and collected. No need for any risks at this moment of the race. Also, my pit stop is going to be... My first pit stop is going to be one of the worst in the race, so... Hey, look! It is a great game indeed. And as you can see, we're still racing online with a lot of people. Haha, yeah, vintage speedboard. Very beautiful. Good news is I'm definitely faster than Frankes in P5. Now I just need to stay with these guys ahead of me, if possible. .8 behind Fred, who's leading at the moment. 1.5 behind JB in P3. Hi, Richard. Also, it's gonna be a good idea to try to save the tires from wearing. Thank you, Richard. You know me, I'm going to do my best. Oh, mistake there. I believe Fred made a mistake, yeah? He's gonna be under attack from JB now. That's not good because if we start a fight, Wolfie will just... Oh, we just disappeared in P1 and what the heck happened between Fred and JB? But if there was a contact, Fred is out, JB started waiting for him, I believe. I didn't see any contact though. I don't know, but JB was waiting. So we have been promoted to P2 now, 2.5 seconds behind P1. It's weird because I didn't see any contact. Maybe there was some kind of whack between Fred and JB. Maybe it's gonna be a good idea if I don't forget to take a look at the replay after the end of the race. Something happened in lap 1 as well, after turn 1. Gonna be interesting to check this as well. Yeah, P2. Great job. Consistent driving, which is the most important thing. That's what we need at the moment. I'm not sure when it's going to be possible because I'm going to be one of the guys with 3 pit stops. There will be cars with just 2 pit stops, but we will see. However, top 5 is absolutely possible, I believe. Hey, Giza! Yeah, buddy. Actually, I'm streaming more on Twitch. I stream on YouTube mostly these vintage games like GT Legends. But the truth is I don't have many races with GT Legends at the moment. Not like the good old days. So that's the only reason. Yeah, it's Turbo Racing 39 there as well. Fastest lap of the race, nice. I guess it's normal because I guess I'm the guy with less fuel at the moment from all of the people racing. I'll do my best, Richard, but I cannot promise. I believe Wolfie is actually going to be with 2 pit stops. If this is the case, I won't be able to fight him. But as I said, top 5 should be possible. If I don't make any mistakes. Seems that Wolf is just a little bit faster than me, maybe 1/10 per WAP. Let's see this WAP. 0.3 from him, 0.5 from me, a couple of tenths. Four more WAPs and I'm gonna go to the pit. Absolutely the same pace with Woltvi and JB behind. Two laps to go, guys, and it's gonna be time for pit stop 1. Temporarily we're gonna go last position, as I'm gonna be, I believe, the first one in the pit. I'm gonna have trouble with understeer at the end of the race because of front tire condition and wear, but I just don't think I can do much. Just we have very continuous long corners which are eating the tires. Okay, pit stop time. Wonderful pit stop with the menu. Actually, I'm not gonna be last. That's good. E22. Now it's depot. Ahead of me in P20, and in few laps we are waiting for the first pit stops of the other drivers. Nice battle here. Clean. We both gave enough space. But I need to overtake him as fast as possible to have a clean circuit ahead of me. Been in the pit. We are taking one position up now. And the pit stops are starting. Breathe steady. The next one ahead of me. 2.6 seconds. A jam in the pit, by the way, so we are going to overtake him. And also Ruo. So we are gaining another 2 positions, up to 17th. It's important to see if Walt fails with with 2 or 3 pit stops. Yeah, he's in the pit. This means most probably he's a 3 stopper as well. Now, can I overtake him? No, he just left the pit stop. The gap is 4 seconds behind him, so it's still a battle. Especially if he makes a mistake, I can capitalize, but it seems like he's a little bit faster than me overall. But who knows? His car is a front-wheel drive, I believe. So he might face some issues with understeer at the end of the race. We will have to wait and see. Also, it's important to see where is JB going to go, going to exit the pit stop, in which position. He is a 3 stopper as well. He was just behind me before my first pit stop. But now he's riding with less fuel on board with, compared to me, so he's gaining on me, so I believe it's gonna be very, very close between the two of us. Okay, up to pit 14. Oh, someone is about to spin. Yeah, it's Vige. Fortunately, no contacts, I believe maybe he just touched with Nilski, but it's nothing serious. There's Nilski now, just ahead of me. He's a two-stopper, so different strategy for him. Chalmaro and Mika in the pit, by the way. Joe Washburn as well, so we are going up to top 10. Can I have the power to overtake Nilski now? Yes. Perfect. His car can go flat out through the chicane there. Something I cannot do. By the way, JB in the pit stop. A very important moment for me. Also, someone else is there. Truman. There's Truman. There's JB. I'm going to be able to overtake both of them. Nice. Up to P7. And I have fuel for 10 more laps. JB is 3 stops as well, just like me. From the drivers ahead of me, I believe Girindas is a 2-stopper. And I have to take a look at the other names. Girindas is a 2-stopper for sure. He's gonna be very he's in a very good position at the moment, being a 2-stopper. It's possible that the others are 3-stoppers though. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting because different pit stop strategies, different cars. but it's possible that all of them actually are going to make it with 2 pit stops. If they are able to make 21 laps before getting into the pit, this will be a two pit stop strategy actually. So most probably all these guys ahead of me are 2 pit stoppers, if we don't count of course World V, who's with my strategy. Ooh, someone made a mistake. It's Fritz. It looks like he has some damage. He might be going to the pits. Let's see. Someone else is in the pit, by the way. It's Robzer. Gonna be interesting. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure who's gonna be a 2-stopper, who's gonna be a 3-stopper. I only know about Wolfie, but he's faster than me. So I'm not sure I'm actually fighting him. But yeah, top 5 is definitely absolutely possible for us tonight. At the moment I believe our pace is for P4. We will see. I believe Girindas, Blade Runner and Wolfie are going to be too fast for me. So it seems like a P4 tonight, but it's too early. It's too early yet, so we have to wait and see. But I'm very, very happy with my driving so far. No mistakes at all. Consistent driving. Very good first pit stop based on time lost. Not much more I can ask for. 5 laps before pit stop number 2. Actually 6. That lap is going very well. This means the tires are still in good shape. Of course, it's very early on in the race, but that's a very good sign that the tires are still in content, because at the end we are going to struggle with understeer. It's obvious looking at the front wear, the front tire wear. Red Runner in the pit, but he is a 2-stopper, so we are not really fighting him at the moment. Actually, I'm not sure how you can do this, but if you have the CD key, you can redeem the game and download it in Steam. You can copy paste the serial number and you can play it there. However, I'm sure that at Altbierbude there are people that can answer this question. They know how you can play the game with the disc. You can ask them at altbierbude.de. Hey, John! Some vintage racing, my man. A very good race for me so far, no mistakes, consistent driving, even though I'm not the fastest one. I'm in contention for top 5 finish, and this is the Porsche 911 RSR 2.8. Yeah, originally me and Christo, we were not fans of this car in GT Legends. However, since I'm using some setups from the community, the Altbierbude community, and since I started to control the car the proper way and drive it the proper way, early braking, early acceleration, it seems like it's a very enjoyable car. After all, And I am a man that was struggling for years with this car, feeling like it's not a good car, but actually it's a very decent and fun car. If you figure it out how to drive it, and if you have a decent setup. Absolutely. And that's good, because this means that not every car in this game is following the same logic when it comes to how you should drive them. And as a driver, this is very cool for you, very good, because you can improve your driving, adapting to different cars and different styles of driving. By the way, 3 more laps, guys, 3 more laps before pit stop number 2. Yeah, 62 laps, about 2 hours. That's the biggest GT Legends Online Championship at the moment. And we have another server going at the same time, by the way, with more people. We just cannot have all the people in the same server. No spaces left, so this is why we have a couple of servers. And at the end, the results from both races are going to be joined into one final standing. By the way, the leader in the pit, the 2-stopper Gerindas, who's the absolute favorite for the victory, if you ask me. He's just gonna be behind me. That's good for me, though. And for him, because we don't need to fight at the moment. We are on different strategies. What circuit did you drive, John? I hope now, after my night shifts end at the end of the month, I will finally be able to join the new season in OAO and race with you guys again. At the moment, this is absolutely impossible with a schedule of 5 night shifts in a week that I'm following for a few months now. Borham, yeah, I can understand. Mistake there by Wacky. What happened? Just lost the car? Wrong gear, maybe, I don't know. Downshift instead of upshift, maybe? Okay, one more warp, guys. One more warp before the second pit stop. We are going to lose some positions again, but that's absolutely normal. Oh, nice. Almost in the middle of the race. I'm vile for this, by the way, John. I would love to have the CD one day. I have to check if maybe someone is selling it on eBay or Amazon. So I can just have it. I have so many great memories with this game. By the way, Blade Runner is not that far away now. Just 14 seconds, which means, yeah, he's a two pit stopper. But his pit stops seem to be very slow because he needs to put more fuel into the car. So, actually, we might have a chance to catch him at some point of the race, maybe somewhere at the end. It's pretty much will depend on the tire performance, the tire condition in both cars. And if he's going to change tires as well in his next pit stop. It seems like he's struggling at the moment. I'm definitely faster and I'm catching him. I'm not sure what's the reason behind that. Is he in traffic? No, he seems to be fighting with Truman at the moment. And that's so great news for me. Wolfie in the pits. The leader. So Girindas is back into P1. And yeah, the pit stops are starting now. The three stop guys are going in. JB, Wolfie, AGM, Truman. Oh, actually Wolfie with trouble. I guess he's changing tires. I believe Wolfie is changing tires. No other explanation why he was that much time in the pits. I guess he's taking the risk so he can somehow fight Girindas for P1. But I don't think anyone can catch Girindas tonight. If he's able to make a clean race, his pace is amazing and he has a car with 2 stops. So he's doing wonderful at the moment. It seems like there will be a battle for P2, 3 and 4 maybe? And yeah, Blade Runner is still losing a lot of time. Now he's just 10 seconds ahead of me. And this means we have, at least on paper, we have a chance for podium tonight. I just need to keep on the concentration, the consistency, and we will see. Alpine is also a 2 pit stopper, which means one more pit stop for him and for me, but I expect him to lose a lot of time in the pit stops because he have to put much more fuel than I have to put. So on paper, I'm in better position than him, even though he's ahead of me. Also, I seem to have better pace overall. And yeah, I'm gaining on Blade Runner in P3 pretty decently. Also Schwammerl, he's a 3 pit stopper, but he's yet to make his second pit stop any moment, maybe at the end of this one. Thank you, John. That's the plan. That's the plan. Because I cannot challenge Gearindas, I cannot challenge even World Fee based on pace, but with some consistency, I might have a chance for P3. And even P2. It depends on what is World Fee going to do. Is he with new tires and so on? Yes, just like I expected, Schwammerl in the pit stop. Now we're waiting for feed as well and for Blade Runner in the next maybe 5-6 laps. Seems like I'll have to overtake Finn. My hopes are that his pit stop is gonna be now, at the end of this swap. We both don't need a fight at the moment. Different strategies. Yeah, he's going to the pit. Nice, I'm lucky. I'm lucky because we don't need that fight at the moment. Girindas in the pit for his final pit stop. There he is. So at the moment we're waiting for Blade Runner to go into the pit. 7 seconds ahead of me. Point 2, I'm catching him. .2 from Blade. I'm much faster. 7/10 faster in this final lap. However, Wolfie with most probably his new tires is absolutely flying. He's now just about 8 seconds behind me. So he's now definitely the favorite for P2 behind Girindas, who in my opinion is going to win the race. A bit of misunderstanding, but all good. Much better one for brake now to 0, 1.4. But I'm expecting him to go to the pit any moment now. You know, pit stop for brakes. Let's see the times. 0, 1.8 for him. Oh, that's much better from me. 0, 1.4, I'm 4 tenths faster in the last lap. Come on, Blake, go to the pits. No, he's still not going. 0, 1.6. 0, 1.5 for me. Just a little bit faster than him. be so close to Blade Runner for P3. Every second, even every tenth at the moment is vital. .1 now. I have fuel for 4 more laps before my final pit stop. Also, I need to overtake these guys as soon as possible. Under 5 seconds now. There he is with the black car ahead. And actually, it's possible that his pit stop might be after my pit stop. Let's see. Oh, he made a mistake. Mistake by Blade Runner. This gives me even more chances. Also, Wolfie is catching me, unfortunately. That's gonna be, I believe, before my pit stop at the end of the next swap. So I might lose a little bit of time behind the Wolfie. No! Ah! Ah, that's the end. That's the end of our hopes. Or top 3. No! Too much curb, too much curb. Ah, 10 seconds is too much, man. Too much curb and snap oversteer. Oh, I'm gonna keep on pushing though. You just never know. Still, 18 watts to go. It's possible. Yeah. It was going very well, guys. I know, but it happens. It's part of the game, I guess. I just need to keep on focused, though. It's still not the end. But now it's vital who's gonna be faster in the pit stop. Who's gonna have a faster pit stop, me or him? Yeah, we need a fast pit stop. And now we are waiting for his... If I can win back 5 seconds from the pit stop, we might be back. We might be back in the battle. We will see. Yeah, Blade Runner in the pit. Vital moment. If he's not more than 5 seconds ahead, we might have our chance. Where's he? 9.7 seconds. Gonna be extremely hard now. Oh, very good pit stop for Blade Runner. Watts to go. 9 seconds gap. Absolutely, absolutely. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. As you can see, it's down to 7.5. You never know what's gonna happen with his stars as well. Now I just need to take more risks though. I don't have anything to lose. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, buddy. I hope at least we can have a fight at the end, no matter who's gonna be in P3. So it's gonna be fun for you guys to watch. We will see. Seems like he's definitely struggling again, but I don't know. It's still 6 seconds. Oh, Wolfie is having trouble. Wolfie is having trouble. And there we are, on the podium. What happened? Is he changing cars again? Or maybe he crashed in the pits. 8 seconds, can I keep it? 13 laps to go. Actually 14, I believe. As you can see, guys, it's not over until it's over. 10 seconds ahead of Wolfie. 14 laps to go. Can we do it? Can we end up on the podium? If you guys enjoy the content, don't forget to hit the like button to give me some positive energy. We are catching Blade Runner as well. There he is. Something is happening with him, I have no idea what. But he's in our reach now. Just 3.5. Is he saving fuel actually? Or maybe he just destroyed his stars during the previous stint. Yeah, Wolfie is losing. Something happened with him. He might have damage. Absolutely, yeah. Or maybe he just forgot to turn off the tire change and he just put another new tires just by mistake. I have no idea, but he keeps on losing time, which means this might not be the case. By the way, Blade Runner is a great guy, guys. He always supports my channel with donations. And I definitely appreciate this. And it's gonna be so much fun if we can have our battle for P2 at the moment. Oh, he went so wide here. I believe he's pushing, but something is wrong with his pace. And there we are, just 1.6 now. As Jesus said, P2, here we come. Also, I do believe I might have top speed advantage as well, which can be very important. By the way, after the mistake, I'm very careful going through the curb here. No more mistakes are allowed. I love it because now his pace is back. So we're definitely gonna have a battle, guys. Still 11 laps to go. Grab the popcorns and just enjoy. Gonna be fun. Now we can see if we are faster on the straights. He made a mistake. But yeah, we can see if we have advantage on the straight here now. Yeah, we definitely have. Or maybe it's just the tops, the dirty air, the slipstream. I don't know. Understeer. He's struggling, man. He's struggling. I can see it. This has to be tire wear problem. I can see it. Understeer all over the place. Not that my tires are perfect, but I guess his tires are in a worse shape. Oh. No, I just need to wait. No need to late brake or do something stupid. Just wait for the perfect moment to be close enough to make the attack. And now with some slipstream I can catch him and I can be even closer. Not closer to attack, I believe, but let's see. Oh, we are very close now. But if he just let me go. Or maybe I was just much faster on the straight, I don't know. Maybe he just struggles with the tire, but here we are. P2. Wow. He's gonna try to counter-attack though. Let's see. Oh, he has so much more power in this corner, more traction actually. I just cannot take this corner that fast. I noticed that Phil was able to go through this corner faster as well. Thank you guys. I'm very happy. Because, to be fair with you, I just was not able to do anything about the mistake. It just happened because I just tried the curb a little bit more than usual. And the car was just absolutely uncontrollable. Nothing I was able to do there. But here we are, P2. Less than 10 laps to go. By the way, this circuit is so much fun. I have no idea if it's actually a real world circuit or not, but it suits these cars perfectly. I'm having a lot of fun just by driving the car and racing with the guys here at Altbierbude. Ah, it's fictional, okay, but it's a cool circuit. So, congratulations to whoever created these circuits. Oh, unfortunately, more problems for Wolfie. Something just happened there with him. I have no idea what. Did he made a mistake? Did he break the car? So it was hard to control the car. I'm not sure. We can take a look at this at the end of the race, by the way, guys, in the replay. I'm curious what happened with during so many situations. Lap 1 after turn 1. After that, the contact between JB and Fred. Was there actually a contact? And my mistake, I'm curious to see how my mistake looks from outside of the car. And of course, I want to see what happened with Wolfie as well. Why he lost so much time during his final pit stop. By the way, I'm talking, but I'm still trying to keep the concentration. Blade is not far away. He's keeping up a decent pace. I'm a little bit faster yet, but he's still in a striking distance. One mistake and he's gonna be back. By the way, guys, even without the mistake, I was not going to be able to fight for P1. I believe after the pit stop and after my mistake, the gap to Girindas was maybe about 15 seconds. Now it's up to 18 seconds, which means he's still faster, and even without the mistake, I was not going to be able to exit the pit stop ahead of him. So it's obvious that Girindas deserves his P1. Great driving from him today. But if we can take P2, that's gonna be a very, very good result. And I'm gonna be very happy with this performance, even though the mistake. Swaps to go. We have enough fuel. Tires are not perfect, but they still provide decent amount of grip, so we are definitely okay. The only thing we need is concentration, nothing more than that. Just 2.6 seconds. Blade is trying to stay with me. He's giving his all, but my pace is good enough. Wow, what a whoop by Gerindas. At the end of the race, 1.3, even with worn tires, I believe. That's 6/10 faster than me. Amazing. Ooh, someone made a mistake there. Wolfie, more problems for him. Is it actually Davidge? I can't wait to see, because he was having a wonderful race. P2 was certain position for him. He had the pace, he was faster than me. And then just something happened during his third pit stop. Oh no, Mika in the pit, my teammate. He's gonna be whacked, unfortunately. That's not good. I hope at least he will be able to finish the race and be whopped just once. Two more to go, guys. Gap is up to 4 seconds. Fuel is enough. Tires are okay. Okie dokie, was swap. Just one more corner. It's gonna be victory for Gerindas any moment now. Yep, it's official now, and here we are, guys. Second position in the server. At the moment, virtual podium for us. We'll just have to wait for the results from the other server. And we're in a very, very strong position for a podium in the overall events. I'm very happy. Decent driving. One mistake, but I just don't think there was anything I can do there. Oh, very, very good. I'm happy. Thank you, thank you. It was a great race indeed. Third position for Blade, just 5 seconds behind me. Finn in fourth, followed by Joe Washman, Truman, JB, Schwammero, Alvaro, and Bordy. This is top 10. Bordy with the fastest lap of the race. Then we have Frankies, Rob Zerniewski, Michael 74, Norman Berndt, Taffy, Micha, Santiago, and Vige in top 20. Thank you guys, thank you. Let's take a look at the fastest laps. It's Bordy, 159.8, 159.9 for Wolfie, JB, 200.3, 00.3 from me as well. So I'm in 1, 2, 3, 4th position in this standings. Truman with the great 0.4. Then we have Gerindas, Schwammero, Joe, Blade Runner, and Bert. As you can see, the gaps are not that big in the fastest lap of the race standings as well. And now let's see the replay. There are some things that we would like to take a look at. What happened in lap number 1? There was an incident around us after turn 1. Then we need to take a look. Was there a contact between Fred and JB? I would love to see my mistake as well. And then what happened with Wolfie? These 4 things, I believe, are going to be the most interesting ones from the race. Yeah, the mistake made it more exciting, so we had a battle. Okay, one more time, because sometimes when you vote the replay for the first time, it doesn't vote all the cars and they are invisible, so that's why I'm voting the replay for the second time. Yeah, let's see the start. Fifth position for us on the start. At the start, by the way, by mistake, I pressed the pit limiter and was about to lose a lot of positions. Oh my god! Wow! Let's see who's this. The black car. This is true. No, it's not true one. It's also Ruo. Let's see what happened here. Ah, he was hit. He was hit by AGM. Yeah, unlucky there. Unlucky, and this created. Wow, this created basically the whole thing. the whole situation, and from all this situation I was the only one having luck, because I was because AGM took out himself, also Rulo, and also Truman, and I was able to be promoted to P4. Also someone else was taken out, I believe. Yeah. Oh my god. And that's Bordy, unfortunately. Yeah, poor Bordy. But yeah, that was my chance actually. I was extremely lucky there. Not to take part in this mass crash. By the way, I was wondering why AGM just disappeared from my mirrors, and he was just waiting for the other drivers, because these are the rules in Altbierbude. If you make a contact with someone, it's your fault, you have to wait and say sorry and return the position. I was not sure what exactly is happening. I was looking at the mirrors and out of nowhere AGM just disappeared, but now I understand why he was just waiting to let go of the cars. That was part of the contact. However, this was the moment where basically I was able to have a clean circuit and to have my pace, to keep on working on the tires, to save them, and to gain time to the drivers behind me. Now, I'm very curious to see what happens between Fred and JB a little bit later. But we will stay for a little bit longer. I would love to see their battle. The three-way battle. They were all a little bit faster than me, so I was just hoping I can stay with them. As you can see, they are fighting. Great overtake there from Altfi on JB. More power on the straight. No problems so far. Altfi, basically the fastest guy at this point. But with the same car, by the way, the Ford Escort. Now, something is going to happen with Fred. He's going to lose the lead to Altfi, and then we'll have a short battle between JB and Fred, which will lead to Fred retiring from the race. Yeah, what happened here? Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened here. He just lost power, maybe? Let's see. It's possible that Fred is having actually hardware issues. Let's see. This is the moment. Oh yeah, there was a contact actually. There was a contact. There it is. There it is. Just a little bit of touch, and that was enough for Fred to lose control of the car and to retire from the race. Yeah, poor Fred. But once again, it's not something that we haven't seen in the past. Such things happen, unfortunately. JB immediately understood his mistake and he was waiting for Fred. However, Fred just retired, and because of that I was able to take 2 more positions up in the standings. And Fred didn't even try to stop, by the way. The contact was just minimal. That's very, very weird. I just cannot understand this. If he was trying to stop on time, he was just going into the grass, maybe lose about 2-3 seconds, and he was still going to be in the battle. Yeah, very weird by Fred. Fair play from JB though, but because he was waiting for Fred, he knew that was his mistake. But yeah, Fred just retards. Okay, now I would like to see my mistake. What costs my mistake actually? Let's see where it is. I'm just not sure exactly where the mistake is. I think I was closer to Blade Runner. Yeah, I believe it's gonna be a little bit later. Let's see. Maybe next one. Maybe this one. Yeah. No, it's not this. It's not this one, okay? Let's see, maybe next one. I was catching him and catching him. And the truth is, I didn't even take a risk there. I just lost control of the car. Maybe here? Nope. Still not. Maybe it was earlier actually. Because this might be after the pit stop. Ah, this is the mistake. There it is. So what the heck happened here? Nothing, basically nothing. The car just lost the grip immediately, and this led to snap oversteer. Yeah, nothing that I didn't do previously in this corner in the previous swaps. Yeah, take a look guys, it was just like on ice. Yeah, somewhere here it just starts losing grip here, exactly here, and I cannot do anything. And that's how I lost about 10 seconds. By the way, now I'm very curious. What happened with the load fee? So far he's in P2, he's going to overtake Blade Runner, I remember this. So the mistake will be a little bit later. There's the overtake. Now, when he's gonna go to the pits? And what's gonna happen there? Blade in the pit, okay, so any moment Wolfie is going to go to the pit as well. Or he might make a mistake earlier. By the way, he was not in a bad position to even challenge Girindas for P1 with his new tires. It was going to be very interesting if Girindas was going to be able to stay ahead. Okay, the pit stop. Nothing wrong so far. Oh yeah, he's changing tires, guys. He's changing tires. I believe he's changing tires. Let's see the timer. Yeah, he's changing tires. I believe he just forgot to take off the tire change for pit stop 3. That's the only explanation. Yeah, just cannot see anything else wrong here. Let's ride with him a little bit more, for a little bit longer. Nothing wrong so far. Yeah, heartbreaking mistake because he was in a very good position. I'm very curious, was he able to challenge Girindas for P1 with his new tires? Another mistake here, I believe he was just heartbroken here already. Maybe he lost focus and concentration because of the mistake. Yeah, I have done this as well, by the way, in the past. Then he lost more time, he went into the pit stop again. Let's see this as well. Was it because of a mistake and damage maybe, or the reason was somewhere else? But if he is with new tires, why he's not faster than these guys ahead, for example? They are back markers. Maybe he just repaired damage? I don't know. I will go back in a moment to see if his car had any damage, but I don't think this was the case. At the end, I just believe he forgot to take off the option to change the tires again, and then he was just frustrated and was not able to drive fast anymore. That's the most logic explanation. But let's stay for a little bit more with him. Yes, something happens here. Is he saving fuel? Or maybe it's some kind of a hardware issue. He's lagging, I believe. Yeah, and he's going to the pit. Something just happened, I have no idea what, but he started to whack, but yeah, he ended in 24th position. But if it's a hardware issue, why he's going to the pit and making a pit stop? Maybe he didn't have enough fuel? Yeah, that's a very long pit stop, by the way. Maybe he was, at this moment, he was just trying to fix a hardware issue. No other explanation. He's eventually gonna go out of the pit though, but losing so much time. Oh, something more is happening. Yeah, he's definitely having hardware issues. it's possible that this is internet issue, but if it was internet issue, he was not able to continue. Something is definitely happening with his PC. I'm absolutely sure about this, or maybe with the game. Hardware or software issue here. 100%. Yeah, all these mistakes are because I believe something is just wrong and he is unable to take full control of the car. Yeah, he's definitely struggling. The car is drifting. And very hard to control. Yeah, so unfortunate, poor guy. It feels like he's with wet tires, but of course there is no wet tires in GT Legends. Okay, and let's see. Before his last pit stop, did he have any damage? Let's see. This is the lap before the pit stop. No damage at all. So he did not has any damage. I don't know, man. Something was wrong. Maybe the thing that I'm thinking about is hardware or software issue, and he was trying to resolve it during the pit stop, and it wasn't a tire change actually. Yeah, I believe when the refueling stopped, he was just still trying to figure it out what to do with the hardware or software issue. I believe that's where the key is. I'm not sure, of course, but I just cannot think about any other explanation. Okay, before we go, guys, let me quickly see if we have results from both servers, the final results, basically. Yes, we have the results. Just a second to show it to you. Okie dokie. There we are. These are the final results, guys, from both servers' combined results. No surprises. Basically, the first guy from server number 2 is this guy. Who's he? It's Pampa, and he is in 11th position, the winner from server 2. The top guns at the moment, of course, we are in server number 1, and there is no changes there. Girinda's winning the race, second position for me, followed by Blade Runner, Finn, Joe Watchman, Truman, JB Schwamero, Alvaro, and Bordy. Top 10, followed by Pampa from server number 2, Frankes, Robzer, Nilski, Michael, Norman, Bernd, Helmet, Taffy, Micha. By the way, from Bernd, we have the guys who have been whopped. Bernd, Helmet, Taffy, Micha, Osuruo, Titanium, Thomas, Vige, and Zeppo are whopped once, and then we have drivers who have been whopped twice. Django, Michael, Vorshi, Semukasa, Holger, Fritz, Wookie, Wotfi, at the end, 2 whops down. Satellite, Burt, Blitzsteady, and Wauber they are 2 laps down, 3 laps down for Jack and Gregory. Marius is 4 laps down, and unfortunately Fred, of course, DNF, and Dumeklemer also DNF a little bit later in the race in silver number 2. These are the final results. Very interesting results, if you ask me. And no surprises as well. No surprises. It was a good race. And guys, thank you so much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed the content. And of course, if you enjoyed it and my second position, don't forget to hit that like button. It will help a lot. Also, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. And you will be sure you won't miss the future races and video clips on the channel. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. It was great to talk with you and to race for you. And I'm going to see you next time. But until then, happy racing, everybody, and bye.